Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are entering a very interesting time as well. They both can start talking contract extensions. And Dak Prescott may just be holding all the leverage in the world because, well, there's some certain things that were reported from Ari Mirov today on Twitter where basically lays out that the Cowboys really have no choice but to either extend him or hope and pray that he stays at least to the end of his fifth-year option, or I believe that's the case at this time. So let's get right to it, right? Why does Dak Prescott have all the leverage over the Dallas Cowboys? Well, per Ari Mirov, this is what he said on Twitter, a reminder of the leverage that Dak Prescott will have on the Dallas Cowboys this offseason in extension talks. Number one, his cap number for 2024 is a whopping $59.45 million. That is massive. When I actually went and looked at the quarterback salary rankings for the the dead cap number or the most cap number for this upcoming season, Dak Prescott was actually number 2, right behind Deshaun Watson, who was sitting at $63 million. Okay? Number 2, he cannot be tagged next year, meaning that he can become an unrestricted free agent no matter what. Okay, so next year, if he wants to become a free agent, he absolutely can. But if Dak were to leave in free agency next year, Dallas would take on a $36.4 million in dead money. So basically, they'd be paying $36.4 million to a person that isn't even on their team anymore. Just basically handing out money for free. That is what is going to happen. And also, Dak has a no-trade clause. So he can't be traded, can't do anything. He can play out his final year of his contract, become a free agent next year if that's what he wants to do. And then he kind of screws the Dallas Cowboys over. But at the same time, does he want to stay? Right now, Prescott has 1 year left on his contract, and he has all the leverage in the world to ask the Cowboys to make him the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. This is a perfect time for Dak Prescott to start going or to go into these contract negotiations because we've seen Joe Burrow get his money. We've seen Patrick Mahomes, obviously, a couple years ago get his. Justin Herbert just got paid. Lamar Jackson just got paid. Jalen Hurts just got paid. And all of those players that I just listed are above $50 million per year. That's pretty good money if you ask me. Now, Dak Prescott's entering this thinking, hey, I want to be the next highest paid quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys have all the money in the world, one of the richest franchises, if not the richest franchise in the National Football League at this point in time. I've done what I could for this team. The only thing, his only knock is that he can't win the big games. He can't win those clutch moments. But I don't even think that's on him. I think that's on the Dallas Cowboys as a whole. They haven't been able to do anything in 25 plus years. So is it really his fault? I don't know. I think with him, you have a better shot than without him because if you don't have Dak Prescott, you're going to have to go in the draft and try to find somebody or pick up a free agent, a veteran free agent, and then try to see if that will work out. And then you're stuck in this, quarterback purgatory, if you will, where if you just sign Dak, build around him, you already have CeeDee Lamb, right? I mean, you have the weapons. Help that backfield out with Tony Pollard just a little bit. Help that offensive line. There's a couple on that offensive line I do believe that are getting a little old. But Dak Prescott could be the highest paid quarterback. And if we look at the top 10 right now or highest salaries per season, Dak Prescott is actually ranked number 10 in highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Right above him is Josh Allen at 9 at $43 million. Deshaun Watson then is at 46. Kyler Murray 46.1. Russell Wilson 48.5. Then you go into the $50 million range where it's Jalen Hurts at 51, Lamar at 52, Herbert at 52.5, Patrick Mahomes at 52.65, and then Joe Burrow, who just signed that massive $55 million per year deal. So you're looking at Dak Prescott thinking, is he worth $55.5 million? Because I think that's what everyone would kind of assume, maybe $56 million. But when you look at these numbers, they're not going up as much. Right now, Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes, they separated themselves by $3 million. And the Bengals see Joe Burrow as a franchise guy. But Joe Burrow also led the Bengals to a Super Bowl. Granted, he didn't win it, but Prescott hasn't. So do you see Dak Prescott as a $55.5 million quarterback? That's the million-dollar question. Does Jerry Jones? Jerry Jones in the past has had a history of whoever he drafts is going to stay on the team, and we're going to roll with it, and then keep him in the family, like Jason Garrett, who was drafted by the Cowboys way back in the day, ends up on their coaching staff, yada, yada, yada. He's the head coach at one point and kind of moves on and goes from there. That's why a lot of people were shocked that Ezekiel Elliott was let go. But again, Tony Pollard was also drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. So this is an interesting situation currently, though. Dak Prescott has a lot of leverage over the Dallas Cowboys because he can just leave. And then they have to pay him $36 million, which that's something I don't think Jerry Jones wants to do. I think these contract extension talks will go throughout the year. It's going to be I think it's going to take some time for this to get done, even if it does get done, just because you don't want to pay all that money. Jerry Jones is going to want Dak Prescott on his team because he said it multiple times. We trust in Dak, we trust in Dak, we trust in Dak. So this deal is going to get done. It might take some time. It might be midway through the season next year. Could even be at the end of the season when they try to, do some salary cap gymnastics and stuff like that. But Dak Prescott currently has all the leverage on the Cowboys this offseason in extension talks just because his cap number is so big, and if he leaves, his dead money is massive as well. So you guys can let me know your thoughts in that comment section down below. Also drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It would be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and you just got your fix with the Wicks.